Ladies and gentlemen, live from Houston and Dubai, we bring you the Toilet Paper Diaries with Ernesto Verdugo and Dave Crane. Show. It's in pitch darkness. My name is Dave Crane, and somewhere out there we should see Ernesto Verdugo, who's in Houston right now. How are you doing, Ernesto?
Hi, Dave. How are you? Great to see you on our first episode of the Toilet Paper Diaries.
Absolutely. The name was put together because all the chaos when people were shopping to buy as much as possible, and everyone was buying tons of toilet paper, tons of milk, tons of just stuff which didn't make sense. Because, okay, it might not keep, but why would he want all that much? But anyway, that's what we just thought was a concept for putting the show together. So what else do we got? I mean, why did we decide to do this? Do we share?
Well, I think one of the most important things is that right now that we have to do some social distancing, there's a lot of questions that everybody's having. And right now, everybody's posting content. This, by the way, this is a show which is intended to support entrepreneurs, to support speakers, to support experts, so that they know what's going on and how you can actually get yourself prepared and how you have to think so that your business will keep on going in the positive direction. So I think this is just a reinvention, and we just have to do it that way. So yeah, that's why we're creating this show.
Yeah, we talked about this at length. We're just saying that there's a gap for just actually feeling that people are talking to you and that you can be connected, because everyone's experiencing some kind of cabin fever from being stuck in a house for such a long time without and the weird thing is you feel differently about all your friends, because as much as you love them and you're connected to them, I mean, I just suddenly, strangely enough, started sneezing a little bit when we just started the broadcast because the air conditioning kicked in. And if you're talking to somebody and that happens, you start thinking, hello, what have they got? And that's part of the paranoia. So the most important thing is to be able to share with people that there is a big wide world out there. People are still there, very worried, and we just want to be able to connect and say that even if you are distanced socially from people, the magic of the internet and the broadcast we'll be giving you every day will help us come closer together. So I think that's about right, isn't it, really?
Absolutely.
What time is it for you in Houston, Texas?
Right now, it's 12:07, and the idea is that we're going to be broadcasting to the entire world from two different destinations. I mean, well, not destinations, but countries. I mean, you are in Dubai, in the UAE. What time is it in the UAE right now?
It's past my bedtime. It's 7 minutes past 9 as we speak. I'd normally be in my pajamas and just getting ready to say goodnight to everybody.
That's correct. So, guys, remember, the show is going to be daily from today until we are the quarantine has been lifted. And we're going to be on at 12 o'clock Central Standard Time in the United States. You can figure out what time that is in your where you live. And Dubai time, what time is it exactly?
It's going to be 9 o'clock at night every evening for us. And it's going to be really interesting. I mean, it's lovely to see where people are around the world. And I'd love them to share with us where they are so we can see that as well. But one of the things is, you mentioned there, we'll be doing it while there's still a curfew and there's still quarantine everywhere. Once it is lifted, I think everyone's going to have a little bit of Stockholm syndrome where nobody's going to actually want to leave their house and connect with people. And they'll still keep distance from everybody because there's going to be a lot of suspicion about, well, they say it's okay, but is it okay? So that's something we can have a chat about in a future time, because I think the mindset is a major part of everybody's experience right now. And it's very important that you are able to look after yourself and not go stir crazy over the coming month or months or even longer than that.
That's correct. Well, right now, I think the biggest shock, I mean, if you think about it, a few days ago, everything was going relatively normal, and then suddenly it just took a warp speed. And right now it makes me feel a little bit like in The Walking Dead. Well, what's going on outside? And I think that's just something that I think we want to be talking to you about. So if you allow me, let me just share with you one of the things which is really took everybody by surprise. Everybody's confused. I mean, at least entrepreneurs, speakers, they are now really confused because they're saying, well, what's going to be happening? I mean, all the events are canceling. I do not know what to do. I do not know what to say. And let's just see how the music industry is actually coping with this. So if you allow me for 1 second right now, let me just share with you what's going on right now in... whoops, I am getting the wrong video here. So there we go. So that's the one that I wanted to show you. So let's just see how the music industry is actually holding this.
The best concert we never went to. Boston's own Dropkick Murphys blasting out a St. Patrick's Day party for the ages.
Distance! Distance!
No live audience in person, but hundreds of thousands watching online from around the world.
We want to help you take your mind off your problems, you know, for a couple of hours.
They roared their approval as the band raised funds for its charity. Couch surfers even got into some living room crowd surfing, while others joined in.
The boys are back!
Thanks, guys. We definitely needed this, fans wrote in. Working from home feels so lonely, but with 134,000 friends, it doesn't feel so bad.
We'll be all right.
Other artists are also streaming. John Legend, Chris Martin,
I don't care.
and Keith Urban. The power of music brings us together,
Be safe. God bless you all.
even when we're apart.
We'll meet again.
Kevin Tibbles, NBC News.
Very interesting to see that. It's fascinating to see how the musicians are taking the opportunity to connect to people. And this is a brand new business model, to be honest with you, because previously the only way you could get access to these stars in that kind of content is if they threw it away onto YouTube or they went live themselves. And of course, for lots of different reasons, that wouldn't happen, not least copywriting and the challenge of people recording that music and bringing it out illegally themselves. But I think that everybody's realized it's turned into the Wild West. If you want to stay connected to people, you have to find a way to reach them. And it's good to see, certainly with St. Paddy's Day, that the Irish community are still doing the concerts and celebrating. And quite clearly, if that band has got 100,000 people watching, they've done something right.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think that's one of the things that we need to understand, that we have gone through a little bit of a different world right now. And this is an important thing for speakers. And I think I need you guys to understand that right now we are going to go into an oversaturation of content. Right now, it's not a time to create extra content. It's actually figuring out how to distribute the content that we have in a different way. I have seen already people which are saying, well, you know, I'm going to be creating this new course, and I'm going to be creating this new product, and I'm going to lower my prices, and I'm going to do this, and I'm going to do that. And I go like, hold on, don't do it, because I think an important thing that we need to take into consideration is just the redistribution, the transformation of how things are going to be doing. I mean, if you would have told me 15 days ago, Dave, that we were going to be doing this show, I would have said, well, what's the point? But right now we're understanding that this is the exact need of the market. So one thing that you need to consider absolutely, first of all, is the following. It's not trying to create new content or actually downgrade the prices on your current products. The important thing is, how can I solve a problem? Because remember, us as a speakers, as an entrepreneurs, we solve problems. And this is one of those things that you have to actually think about. Don't you agree, Dave? Dave, are you there? I lost you. It seems that we actually lost
Yeah,
Dave.
I am. Can you still see me? I'm
Yes,
still
we
waving.
can.
So there you go. I'm still here, if you can see me. Yes?
Yes, we can see you.
Excellent. Well, that's fantastic. No, I don't move very much because I was fascinated by the whole issue. Yeah, I mean that's something we can debate and look at the issue of whether we do start pricing, we do start putting special deals together. I think that if we're looking at that issue and talking about it right now, what we have to be aware of is that it's all about the customer. It's all about the people out there and what they want. I mean, you can't really build up a feeding frenzy when you're not doing live events. All you can do is cater to what people want. And for me, it's more interesting to, rather than selling my wares and saying, come on, buy my stuff, which is what everyone seems to be doing at this moment in time, I think it's an opportunity to help people to grow themselves and help people to start becoming speakers and help people to start writing content. And because right now you've got a very, very small community of people who own the entire speaking world, whether they're organizers or top-level speakers and so on. I think that what you're going to find, in the same way as you did with the music business through the internet, is fewer super names in charge of everything, and more people being able to actually go out there and create their own music that we just can put onto YouTube, or they can go live on Facebook and reach the people they want to. So it's going to be a very interesting level of participation that possibly wasn't around.
Correct. Actually, talking about our community,
I should say exactly. Over each time I finish speaking.
Yeah, there's some sort of delay. I mean, I think right now that you were talking about the community, I think it's a great idea to already share with everybody that we are creating a LinkedIn community for speakers, entrepreneurs, and experts which want to keep abreast of all the things which are happening. Dave and I are very well connected with most event planners, and I think this is the most important catch for you. Right now, we are talking to a lot of event planners, to a lot of event organizers, which they are keeping us, we are really listening to what's going on with them. So if you want to keep abreast with all the changes which are happening in the speaking industry, in the expert industry, in the guru industry, make sure that you join us at bit.ly/give me paper. Once again, give me paper is because we are in the toilet paper diaries and we don't want to be without toilet paper. So we can do that. Dave.
Definitely.
Yeah, go ahead.
No, I was going to say, yeah, we'll be keeping abreast of all the different issues that come up over the next coming weeks and sharing them with you. If you are a speaker, or a budding speaker, or an influencer, or a communicator, if you've got a crowd of people that are listening to you, and maybe you're a community leader, you don't even have to be a full-on speaker, or if you've got your own business and you're an entrepreneur and you want to connect with people better, anybody who's in the communication space, I think they'll find the most value of tuning in every night to the Toilet Paper Diaries and being connected with us. So we've got this that great video you showed us all about what's going on with Paddy's Day and watching the musicians going on live. Have we got anything else that we can share video-wise about what's happening around the world?
Absolutely. Well, why do you? One of the things that you're one of the. Every time I am with you, I am always having a great time because, of course, you have a great sense of humor. And I think one of the things which is very interesting is how people are coping with the whole coronavirus by sharing memes. And also, possibly, you can share with them what's going on right now in some states in the States, because that also shows how humans actually cope with these kind of crises. So possibly we can. It's
very interesting. Do you want me to show the video first and I'll comment afterwards? Should we go that direction? Or do you want me to give an introduction to it? You can see the video there with lots of Christmas decorations. Watch this video and we'll discuss it afterwards. Just roll it whenever you're ready, Ernesto.
The holidays have a habit of creeping up on us early, but who could have imagined Christmas in March?
We're not really conventional, so.
In Rhode Island this week, the Griffin family put Christmas lights in their tree to accompany the shamrocks on their house.
People are really excited about it. They seem really happy to have something besides bad news in their face.
They're not alone. On social media, the hashtag Lights for Life will point you to decorations shining brightly during these dark times. The metaphoric barbed wire surrounding our homes, now replaced by strands of light.
If I'm driving by, it makes me excited. So imagine what a kid's going to be like if they see this popping up.
Indulge in a very special Christmas treat.
Even the Hallmark Channel is getting in the spirit with a 3-day Christmas movie marathon starting tomorrow. 'Tis the season, because for many, as the song says, we need a little Christmas right this very minute. Joe Fryer, NBC News.
Hold on 1 second. Hold on 1 second, Dave. I need to bring you back into into the light. So it is. I do not know where you are. So you're going to have to possibly check into your. You're going to have to. I think I closed you just over here. This is one of the things that happened when. Where are you? I cannot find you. Let me see. Are you there? No, that's not you. So I think we lost Dave. Oh, there it is. There is Dave. I found you back.
Wonderful.
So,
see the nature of being live across the world. This could be a home invasion. Where's Dave gone? Who has people in his house? You know, further on down the line, it might turn into a zombie holocaust. Hopefully, it won't. But there we go. But just watching that video, seeing about the Christmas lights. Of course, there are lots of other religions and lots of other people who enjoy their spiritual beliefs, but maybe who couldn't roll out the lights in the same way. It's a real challenge. I understand where people are coming from by saying, let's just treat it like something that makes us happy. But one of the problems that comes from that, and I'm going to sound like a real Grinch or a humbug by saying it, is if you do go down the route of introducing something that's your highest and happiest just to get through this, then it means that it does dull after a while. And where do you go from there? So I'm not saying it's humbug. I remember years ago when I was working on the holiday resorts in the UK, and we used to run entertainment centers, and we'd have maybe 11, 12,000 people coming to a big holiday resort with hotel and cabins and entertainment things. And I was part of the entertainment team. And what we'd do is have people for a week, and we'd do a week's entertainment, which would have bingo, we'd have cabarets, we'd have a load of different entertainment for every single day. And then on the last night, we'd have, we'd treat it like Christmas Eve. So we'd call it Christmas Eve. We'd dress up as though it was Christmas Eve. We'd decorate the whole place with the idea of anticipation of this big party about to happen before people enjoy it and then go home. And what we found was people hated it. We got so many complaints because what was happening was everyone enjoyed the idea of feeling so good, but the parents complained about the kids deciding, where's my Christmas present? And of course, they're coming to a result where there's nothing that they can buy for anybody. And so they had to turn around and say, no, it's just these guys have decided to call it that. So I'm sure for lots of kids right now, they're going, right, that'll be interesting. What do I get, Santa? Have I been good in the 3 months since you last delivered? But that aside, I mean, I think anything that gets you through is good. The idea of having a community that's pulling together and using those lights to do so is brilliant. Not sure I would call it Christmas for obvious reasons, but I would call it whatever the right. We haven't got a phrase of pulling people together right now because the social distancing is pushing people away, but somebody will coin a phrase, it will become a turn of phrase that everyone uses, and I think that will be a celebration term that will echo around the world, and that's what people will put their lights on for.
that's correct. So, well, I mean, this has been so far our show. I mean, we are just getting, getting familiar with the format. We're going to try to come up with, try to keep you abreast with everything which is happening in the speaking and in the expert and guru industry. And I think, once again, I would like to invite you guys to make sure that you join us in our community, bit.ly /give me paper. Right now, there's not much there. Today is March 20th, 2020. But you're going to start getting more interaction happening on that website. And Dave, I think that you have, just before we close the show, and we invite everybody tomorrow to join us at the same time at 12 o'clock Central Standard Time. What time is it going to be in Dubai?
It's going to be 9 o'clock in the evening, so I'm always going to look a little bit more tired than you. You're going to look really fresh, like a daisy. I'm going to be in the darkness because it's nighttime, and you will look like all the lights are on you. So I'm sure that's not planned deliberately, which wasn't planned deliberately, but I guess that's the way we're going to rock it out. Yeah, we've got loads of stuff to talk about, but we'd also like to know what you want to talk about. If you've got a growing issue, if you've got something you'd like us to debate, and you've got something that you'd like us to survey and get lots of feedback from people around the world as well, then feel free to connect with us and contact us directly for your feedback through bit.ly/give me paper. And we'd love to have your feedback. We'd love to have your questions. And let's face it, this is an opportunity for the whole community to come together, to share ideas and get ourselves through the dark nights.
Exactly. Tomorrow, we are going to be talking pricing, which is very important. I think it's going to be very interesting for you because right now, for example, we're seeing some of the merchants which are selling their toilet paper very expensive because, of course, I mean, the demand is very high. And there's some marketers and some people which are dumping their prices and how it is actually going to be affecting their business. So please make sure to tomorrow to be there with us. And we're going to be talking that. We're going to be bringing some more interesting and fun stuff. To finish the day, Dave has a quiz for you. So Dave, can you share with everybody what we are going to be asking them for tomorrow?
Yeah, the question today is something we'd love to give your feedback on, and we'll talk about it, and we'll read out what your comments are as well. So you've got a full 12 hours plus to be able to send it to us. And here's a question: what would you do if the internet went down? Everyone's at home, we're all relying on the internet, and of course the bandwidth has gone crazy, where every single household is on 24/7. Kids are watching YouTube, parents are watching Netflix. Some people are playing games online now. Hopefully, with the infrastructure, it can handle that. But more and more people are being sent home. And what would you do if it all went down and you had to go for a period of time without access to the internet? What would be your choice of pastime that would keep you sane? We'd love to find that out. Send us the details. Put it through the bit.ly contact details, and we'll be back tomorrow to share that with you. So I think that just about brings us to a close. My name's Dave Crane, speaking to you and sharing content from Dubai, and it's just gone almost 9:30.
That is correct. So I will let you go, guys. My name is Ernesto Verdugo, and we are just signing off for